about reading, reflection, and conversations around inner growth, culture, literature, and awareness. Most of our, you can say, most of our discussions are inspired by the works of Chinese writer Xuemo and the traditional wisdom he often explores in his books. But what interests me most is not religion in a narrow sense, and not abstract philosophy disconnected from life. What interests me is this question: how can a person remain clear, stable, and awake while facing real life? Because modern life moves very fast, and people are constantly pushed by emotions, the pressure, comparison, desire, and uncertainty. And sometimes reading becomes very important, not because books immediately solve problems, but because they slowly change the way we look at life. Hi, Adrian, long time no see. How are you? How are you? Hi, I'm going to share a book I just read these days. And tell me, what are you reading these days? Not escaping. So many of Xuemo's books talk about this kind of inner training, not escaping reality, but learning how to face reality consciously. And recently, I have been reading a book recommended by Xuemo himself. Oh, you are doing the study for your career. Good for you. How's it going? And have you started reading Xuemo's works already? I'm so interested. And I'm going to share a book that I'm reading these days, the Milarepa. Yeah, good. Okay. So yesterday I came a story that I stayed in my mind for a long time. After reading it, it is not a complicated story. There are no dramatic miracles and no exaggerated turning points, but I think it reveals something very real about human beings, especially when a person is working on the path that requires patience, discipline, endurance, and long-term faith. Hi to the new ones here. Good blessing from China. Here, it is the Xuemo channel. Xuemo is a contemporary Chinese writer, and he is not only a writer but also a thinker, a life guider. We are mainly talking about the mind and the nature of the mind, the inner peace, calmness, clarity. So if you are interested in this kind of topic, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. So when you're working on a path that requires patience, discipline, endurance, and long-term faith, sometimes the hardest thing is not physical exhaustion. The hardest thing is uncertainty. You work very hard and suddenly everything is overturned. You begin again and then it changes again. At that moment, many people start questioning everything. Why am I doing this? Does this effort ever have meaning? Should I continue or stop? These are the questions coming up these days to me. So I'm really going through my inner challenge. And the story I want to share begins exactly from that kind of situation, and it gives me a power to continue, to stand up again and continue walking. So it comes from a book recommended by Xuemo. And I think it has a lot to do with cultivation and self-growth and even ordinary modern life. So I will share with you, I will slowly read through this story together and talk about what kind of state of mind a person really needs when life keeps overturning everything they built. So let's begin. For Yanxi, okay, I'm going to share a story here, and maybe it will resonate you because it gives me inner power these days. Hi, so many new friends here. Welcome. Welcome to our channel. Good blessing from China. Hi, Triple. Please subscribe to our channel. I'm going to share a story, and it is the real story. Hope you can resonate from it. Hi, you're from London. Welcome. How do you know our channel in London? Have you joined any of activities we held in London? Because we've been in the UK for the whole March. Have you ever met us at any speech or the book fair or the writers summit or the Oxford Literary Festival or the speeches we give in the different universities? Oh, good. Then please subscribe to our channel. We spent the whole March in the UK, you know. So hope to see you next year in the UK, in London, because we will attend the London Book Fair in the March next year again. And also this year we give 3 different speeches in 3 different universities in London. So hope to see you next year in London. And okay, let me share the story with you. For Yanxi, from the moment Master Marpa decided to temper his willpower, he had already begun walking alongside the virtues that lead toward fulfillment and the true happiness. And his happiness has always pointed toward only one direction, the authentic path of attaining Buddhahood in this very lifetime. However, the process of seeking the true path was far more difficult than he had imagined. Through hard labor, the foundation soon began to take shape. When the circular stone house had been solidly built halfway, the master suddenly changed his mind. I did not think things through carefully that day. Tear the whole house down now. Return the soil to where it originally came from, and do the same with the stones. And the disciple did not dare disobey. He carried out the order by transporting the stones one by one down the mountain. While the soil was gathered in his robe and repeatedly carried back to its original place. After Yanxi finally completed all the work, the master brought him to a western hillside, swayed slightly as he stood there, pondered for a few seconds, and then instructed him to build a semicircular stone house. This time work was truly exhausting. Hi, Ashley. Yes, I'm sharing the story from the book. So the work was truly exhausting. At first, the structural stability of the semicircular shape troubled Yancy for a long time. Yet he still decided to carry the materials up the mountain first, thinking as he worked so that the long journey would not feel entirely wasted. At times, a wave of bitterness would quietly arise within his heart. So this is what I am passing through these days. The bitterness, the wave of bitterness is arising these days. Okay, while regulating his breath, he silently recalled Gautama's Siddhartha, Siddhartha's realization during his path to enlightenment. The essence of the world is change. It is constantly becoming something else. So, hi, Instant Icon. Hello. I see the icon. Okay, hello, welcome. If you're new here, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. So, the essence of the world is change. It is constantly becoming something else. The world is entirely governed by change, and only by immersing oneself within change can one find happiness. Do you agree with this? What is never changed in this world is changing itself. So the world is entirely governed by change, and only by immersing oneself within change can one find happiness. So what? I cannot drink. 直播完了还没。I can feel it's very hot. I dare not do what. What is never changed? Yeah, what is never changed? Guess what is never changed is the changing itself. Changing is permanent. Nothing is permanent. Hi, D. Elba. Hello, welcome. Please subscribe to our channel. Oink, oink. Hi, Karuna. Hello, welcome back again. Only by immersing oneself within change can one find happiness. Yet hidden within this love of change is fear, and that fear itself is suffering. One practical action is more important than a dozen doctrines. As he continued the construction, he gradually learned to calm his restless and scattered mind through focused awareness, becoming less and less disturbed by external circumstances. So this is what I need to learn, to calm his restless and scattered mind through focused awareness, becoming less and less disturbed by external circumstances. Hi, Insane Icons. Message here. Changing is adaptation. When people adapt new, that's a change. Oh, hi, Jerome. Hi, how's your day? Good. I feel blessing every moment. Thank you to the new ones here. Please subscribe to our channel. I'm sharing a story here. I'm what I read from the book that recommended by Xuemo these days, and it really gives me the inner power and give me the power to continue to consist on doing working on the path. So I'm sharing the story here. If you are interested, stay with me. Karuna, Karuna's message. I'm also try changing, but you remember your breathing style. How is possible? Uh, I don't know what do you mean. Hi Harry, I saw a video of yours in which you were answering my question. You answered so well that I was wondering if I could ask you two more. Which one, Harry? Can you remind me which question? And yes, of course you can also answer. Doing question and answers. Yes, of course we can also do the question and answers. And you are young boys, mind doctor. What do you mean by young boys, mind doctor? Actually, I don't have the wisdom or the insight, but all my saying and talking are based on Xuemo mindology, and just through my speaking, you know, my expression. Oink. You are testing boys' mental day, and it is very secret mission. Also, my opinion, you are not you put to working. It is really very big project. You are not you too. Hi, Krulan. It's so hard to understand. Testing boys' mental day, and it is very secret mission. My opinion, you are not you too. Hi, Krulan. Sorry, I don't quite get you. Harry, you recently posted a short video about love in this channel. Really? I don't know that. It actually many shorts from the live session is random. It is random, not caught by us. Okay, let's I continue the story from the book. As Yanxi continued the construction, he gradually learned to calm his restless and scattered mind through focused awareness, becoming less and less disturbed by external circumstances. Day by day, the progress of semicircular stone house also accelerated. But unexpectedly, when the master came to inspect work, he once again ordered him to stop without warning. This house still does not seem right. Tear it down, move the stones back to where they came from. After seeing this, Marpa turned and walked away. Oh, so the question is by you. Okay, I remember that. Yes, I remember that. Thank you for reminding. Thank you for your remind. If you have more questions, you can also leave a message. We can talk here. Yes. Hi, Inson. I can. Thank you. The purpose we are here doing the live is not to be successful or to become a famous YouTuber. It is not. The purpose of our channel and what we are doing here is to promote more of Xuemo's books to the world, and maybe more people's inner light can be awakened. Yes, please leave your message. I will see if I can answer it or not. The question is, who came first, an egg or a chicken? I think it is like an existential question that actually we ordinary person cannot answer. So just leave it, do the right thing, do the things what you should do, and last question, because There is a saying that once the human beings are asking, the God is laughing. Wow, nice answer from yourself, Insane. It's quite interesting. Thank you for your question and answer. And it make our live stream more positive and interesting. Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. You love China and love China culture. Thank you. So after saying that, Martha turned and walked away. Jens was left standing there alone once again, overwhelmed by confusion, disappointment, and even sorrow, wanting to seek answers from the master's fading figure. He didn't know the reason behind any of this and felt completely lost, wounded once again by repeated setback. Okay, I want to repeat this paragraph again because it totally, completely expressed what I am feeling for these days. So Jens was left standing there alone once again, overwhelmed by confusion, disappointment, and even sorrow, wanting to seek answers from the master's fading figure. He did not know the reason behind any of this and felt completely lost, wounded once again by repeated setbacks. Yet even as he turned back and destroyed with his own hands everything he had built, his actions themselves became increasingly orderly and composed. Fortunately, when the master returned again, he finally offered an explanation and led him to a new location. True, I was drunk that day and did not explain things clearly. Now build a fine stone house here on this northern hillside. Hey, master, building and tearing down these houses again and again has not only caused me suffering, but has also wasted your materials. Please think it through carefully before giving further instructions. This time I have neither been drinking nor have I failed to think it through repeatedly and carefully. This time, what needs to be built is a triangular tantric palace. Go and build it. I will not ask you to tear it down again. Harry's message here. Harry's question that you are alone right now. I don't mean that you are lonely, but that you have your friends, your best friend. I'm not asking about that. I'm asking about your soulmates, the one you truly love. Don't you ever feel? Don't you feel that when I leave this world, I will remember them in my final moments? Hi, Harry. Good question. And I also think about this question yesterday. I am at the down point. The down point through the whole 8 months in Xuemo Academy. These days, yesterday, so I am thinking, who should I talk to express all my feelings and thinking to? No one. No one. So, why we are joining the volunteers team? Because we are not interested in the worldly things. I don't know what the other situation, but for me, there's no worldly relationship I'm still having. There is no worldly things I'm still interested in. There's no one in the world that I still want to talk to. No, there is no. There is only doing things that take me to my destination. Only doing things. And when I am doing these things, I should talk to someone because we have to talk and uh, how to make the thing, how to finish the task. We need to talk and we need to discuss about the things we are doing here. But like the inside, the feeling that they are just emotions, nothing to. It's not important. Like the soulmate is also a high level, but they are still um, in worldly issues. I'm not so interested. So can you understand what I'm saying? Or I don't have a soulmate. Before I have one, but now I think that is also a kind of emotion. And these things are always disappear and they will leave nothing in the world. What my goal, my life goal is to leave something in the world that will be permanent. And these things are like Xuemo's works. Build the stories, the words, if they can live on the world to illuminate another person's inner light, I think that spirit, the things we are doing is meaningful and can be permanent. So this is what I am focused on. So like a soulmate, it is unnecessary and I won't waste of time. For me, it is a waste of time to like look for a soulmate or something like that. That is also a kind of a worldly issue, but more spiritual. But what I am focused on is not just spiritual things, but really permanent things that can live in the world. Yeah. What should I focus is on the things. The things I'm doing is focused on my life goal that to become the vessel and carrier of Xuemo culture. So are you listening? I don't see many people here. Hi, Caroline, you're come back. Thank you. Pontus, still here? Hello. Welcome. Anything you want to talk about? Finally, I can drink it. Okay, you understand. So I'm not interested in soulmate. Yeah, I have no one to talk, really. So that's why I am a full-time volunteer here because no interest in worldly issues. If I have still a little bit of worldly issues here, I won't become a full-time volunteer. Okay, leave your message here while I will continue the story I'm reading these days and give me a huge power to go on. So yes, respectfully and sincerely voiced his suggestion. Compared to his previous silence, ordinary people might see this as an act of courage. Yet his true inner experience was one of continuously observing his own mind, keeping it clear like a mirror at all times. continuously observing his own mind, keeping it clear like a mirror at all times. Indeed, maintaining clarity and awareness is an extremely difficult task because it means not judging, not craving, and not avoiding anything under any circumstances. It means accept all. Of course, you can ask the question, and it is my right to answer or not. Leave your question, welcome. Okay, accept all is very, very important when you are doing this self-cultivation. And it means not judging, not craving, and not avoiding anything under any circumstance. At times, it can make one feel as though there is nowhere left to escape. But awareness does not stop it there. Hi, Harry's message. Sometimes I feel like when you are saying all this, you are suppressing your emotions. I feel like you have all those desires within you to do those things. But when you read that author's book, you thought that this emotion is false, illusory, and since then you have suppressed it and chose what is right. Don't you think that these emotions you have suppressed right now will not come up? Actually, Harry, it is what you see. Yes, it is what you know. The world is a reflection of your mind. Because I never have. Actually, I have. If I haven't um, experienced those deep feelings like the soulmates, I may still have the desire to like looking for a soulmate, but I have already experienced that, and it is just like a memory. The soulmate thing is before I coming into Xuemo Academy. Yes, I had a soulmate in my life, and no one can replace him. Yes, of course. Yes, he is like another me, another me. So I have already experienced that. So I have no more desire or no more emotion for these things because I have already experienced. Just like the travel things for me, I'm no longer interested in experiencing more countries or travel more because why? I experienced this from the age of 16. I backpacked and I tried many different methods of traveling. So for me, currently, nothing. They have no. Um, they have no attraction to me. So I already experienced that. Yes, before I came to Xuemo Academy, I experienced many dimensions of life that maybe no one can experience so many dimensions of life. I don't have a soulmate, nor do I have any interest in having one. If poetry were a girl, I would definitely marry it, but I have no interest in that direction. My only interest in poetry. Okay, good for you, Harry. Reading good books and knowing philosophy and nothing else, because I can dedicate my entire life to this. Good for you. It is very important that you find your life goal and your final interest in a young age, so you can focus more time on your life career. It is very important, and I'm glad to hear that you already find your life interest and you are still young. Good for you. Because Xuemo knows his life goal in a very young age, that he know he will become a writer. And the aim of his writing is to benefit the sentient beings. So he know that at a very young age, and he focus on that and have a very simple life and just focus deeply on his life goal. So that's why he became a master. And I'm glad you, yes, to hear that you already find your life career, life interest at a very young age. Hi, Quentin. Hello, welcome. Welcome. If you're new here, please subscribe to our channel. Harry, please forgive me if any of my can cause you pain. I write, no pain. I think, if I just talk myself here, the time is so long, the live stream, because we will spend 1.5 hours here each live session, and every day there are 2 live sessions. So if there is question and answers, we're talking about some topic, I think the time goes faster. It makes me easier for this whole live stream. Thank you for your question, Harry. Thank you. No pain for me, because when I think of that memory, that like the soulmate thing, it is a very beautiful memory. No pain. Very, very beautiful. I feel I'm so lucky, because not everyone, and I can say seldomly people in their life can find their soulmate. Really, very, very few people can find their soulmate in their life. But I have found mine, and I already experienced a very beautiful life with him. So it is beautiful memory, and it is just a memory. And I'm lucky, lucky to have that experience. Uh, it is a memory like the Componaja and Sawadi. So that is why my favorite book, and this is one of the reasons why I love the book, the Deathless Diamond Heart the most. Yeah. Okay, let's continue sharing. So just now we are talking that maintaining clarity and awareness is an extremely difficult task, because it means not judging, not craving, and not avoiding anything under any circumstance. At times, it can make one feel as though there is nowhere left to escape. But awareness does not stop there. And one must also clearly observe how the mind constantly tries to search for escape routes or exists only to fail again and again. Again and again, he reminded himself. When facing adversity, one should consciously train oneself to meet life's trial with a more grounded and realistic attitude, and see what beneficial things may be gained from hardship. Harry's message: I'm currently alone, so my parents keep telling me to find a girl and get married. I don't think they are wrong, but when I look at it, I think that my life should be on my own terms. I should never regret making a wrong decision in life. Okay, yeah, yes, you can make your decision and be responsible for the relationship. Yeah, and also in a way that your parents also feel good about it, right? So you can have your own choice, but in a way that you act very kindly and understand their consideration and do things more, you know, nicely so they can feel better. And practitioners of Tibetan Buddhism have always placed particular importance upon the teachings of the Guru. So again, the practitioners of Tibetan Buddhism have always placed particular importance upon the teachings of the Guru. Many spiritual texts are authentic records of the methods and realizations of great accomplished practitioners, known as essential instructions, with every word considered priceless. 窍诀 essential instructions. Those fortunate enough to receive them should engrave them deeply in their hearts and contemplate them repeatedly. He had always maintained deep reverence and continued to hold the highest respect for his master. Hi, chai and coffee. What do you do when you feel sad and exhausted? I will listen to the music. Yeah, listen to the music and stay in the nature. Yes, listen to the music and stand on the earth, not in the house. Stand on the earth with the trees, the flowers, the plants, the earth, the wind, the sun, the cloud, the moon, and the music. How's my answer? Are you still there? Harry, message. Talking to you felt like I was talking to myself. So if you ever have some time now and then we will keep talking like this. Look, I can't take out much time because I have so much to do. So whenever I come occasion, I just want to talk. I will be glad that you start reading Xuemo's work. That is what we are doing here. We want more readers of Xuemo's works. Yes, we'll hope that Xuemo's works, Xuemo culture will nourish your soul. That's what we will be glad to see. Hi, Dagan, you got pure Chinese eyes. Thank you, because I'm Chinese. If you're new here, please subscribe to our channel. So, we have said that Yanxi had always maintained deep reverence and continued to hold the highest respect for his master. So he still decided to faithfully follow the master's instructions, thinking to himself, after all, this time the master's words were neither careless nor clouded by drunkenness, and he had even given what seemed to be a more important instruction. as the ancient Roman poet Ovid. Do you know Ovid? Anyone know Ovid? The ancient Roman poet Ovid once said, actions are verified by results. So he began to act accordingly. The day seemed to pass somewhat more slowly. The diligent disciple continued building the triangular stone house. And when about 1/3 of it had been completed, the master came once again and shouted sharply, Tulip, for whom are you building this house? Who told you to do this? Oh, master, it was you yourself who instructed me to do this. How do I not remember ever saying such a thing? If I truly did, then wouldn't I have been mad? At that time, I was already worried this situation might happen again. So I repeatedly asked you to think it through carefully. You said you had fully considered it, and you also said it would definitely not be torn down again. Surely you can remember it clearly now. Was there anyone there to testify to do that? Building a triangular structure in a place with such terrible feng shui, it practically looks like a mandala, an altar for tantric rituals. Are you trying to trap us inside and cast spells on us? We have neither stolen your property nor seized the inheritance left by your father. If you truly wish to seek the Dharma, then you should listen to me and quickly tear this house down. Carry all the materials back down the mountain. Only then can teachings be transmitted to you. Otherwise, you can leave. So when speaking of a mandala, the term comes from the Sanskrit word mandala, while in Tibetan it is called jikuo. Okay, let's read the message first. Okay. Harry's message, I told my team about you. They are currently busy with a few tasks, so I will get their permission to send you their resume soon. But please give me some time as things are a bit busy right now. Okay, it's up to you. Thank you, and thank you for your interest. Hi, Cheyenne message here. I cry secretly. I think I'm failing. I feel I'm weak, unless person living a life with no fresh bread. I hurt people's feelings who think they are my close one. I know that's wrong, but still do this. I think crying is the same as smile and laugh. It's a flow of your emotion, and let the emotion flow, and it is healthy, nothing wrong. If you are happy, just laugh. If you are sad, you can cry. Nothing wrong. I think everyone have there is only one failure in life. It means it is called give up. Giving up is only failure in life. Besides that, nothing is. You should never say you are lost. You know. And you can try this book, Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart by Xuemo. So you won't maybe you won't have so many down feelings. Reclaim the throne of your heart. Be the master of your own mind. So Cheyenne, you can buy this book on Amazon. You can search for Xuemo, 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 and I'm sure it will give you the inner power search for Xuemo on Amazon, Xuemo, Xuemo, for this yellow book, Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart. And so you can become the master of your own mind instead of swallowed by the down feelings. Thank you for your trust. Try and coffee. If I'm the close friend of you, you can listen to my advice and buy this book and start reading, and let's talk about this book. It will truly give you the inner strength. Hi, Swap. I'm from China, and we are introducing Xuemo's works. I'm doing the live session to promote more of Xuemo's works to the world. Xuemo has written over 80 titles with over 200 editions and have been translated into 28 languages. So when speaking of a mandala, the term comes from the Sanskrit word mandala, while in Tibetan it is called jikuo. Reclaim the throne of the heart is a wisdom guide that focuses on the mind and the nature of the mind, teaching modern individuals how to transform from slaves of the external world into masters of their own minds. Xuemo regards cultivating spiritual autonomy as the most important practice in life and distills the traditional Mudra yoga into a form of mindful yoga that is easily understood by contemporary readers. Hi, Swarab Monday. You can first subscribe to our channel, and this book is available on Amazon. Hi, Harry's message, it remains our own dream through the highs and the lows. Work on without fear, dedicate yourself to your work year after year, and when the final hour of darkness draws nigh, embrace that yourself. Nice point. Chaya, I will read. I don't want to die. I want to see all my people every day smiling and living a happy life. Good. Yes, positive thinking is very important. The thinking, the speaking, the action, all are energy to your life. Harry, with a final willing sigh. Nice ending, beautiful ending. Swarab, I think your mic is not working properly. Sounds very unclear. But you can still understand what I am saying, right? Hi, Ashtoni. Hello. Yes, there is something wrong with the mic. Sorry about that. And if you are new here, please subscribe to our channel. Okay, and let's continue my sharing. In ancient India, tantric practitioner would establish boundaries or construct ritual earthen altars to prevent the intrusion of demonic forces, placing various Buddha images upon them. This eventually formed the foundational structure of later mandalas as a symbolic representation of the structure of the universe. It serves as a miniature model of the dwelling place of the principal deity and the many accompanying deities in tantric traditions. In Tibetan Buddhism, it is an essential object of offering and contemplation during tantric practice. It most commonly appears in the two-dimensional forms of murals and tankas. Essentially, the depiction of mandalas and the religious rituals surrounding them are regarded as a way for human beings within the microcosm of society to harmonize with the macro of the universe. What is the question is, what is this book about, Astronomy? It is one of the spiritual yoga series. As I said before, it is a wisdom guide that focuses on the mind and the nature of the mind, teaching modern individuals how to transform from slaves of the external world into masters of their own minds. Xuemo regards cultivating spiritual autonomy as the most important practice in life and distills the traditional Mudra yoga into a form of mindful yoga that is easily understood by contemporary readers. So if you want to master your mind, master your destiny, you can read this book. It will bring you the inner peace and clarity. This talk about who we are, where we are, why we are, all the existential questions, right? If you have questions about the existential questions, I will recommend not only the reclaim the throne of your heart, you can also say the world is a reflection of the mind. I think this book will answer your existential questions. Who we are, where we are, why we are. Yeah. The world is a reflection of the mind. Yeah. You can take a screenshot and look for these two books, all by Xuemo. If you cannot remember the title, you can search for Xuemo, Xuemo, Xuemo. Yes. And also you can screenshot it, and remember the book cover. Okay, let's continue. If you have any questions, you can still leave your message here. So to achieve this goal, practitioner first gaze upon the sacred image and then engage in visualization practices. In short, mandala imagery is the symbolic form through which the profound teachings and the secret practices of Tibetan Tantra are reflected together. You can try Xuemo's work. I think it is the highest level of human civilization. I also read a lot, swear up. Since the age of 16, I started reading, and every year I have the habit of reading 60 to 80 books every year. Yeah. Okay, thank you for your time, Harry. So mandala imagery is a symbolic form through which the profound teachings and secret practices of Tibetan Tantra are reflected together. People may use it to heal unhealthy psychological conditions, thereby allowing the mind to attain long-lasting peace. Although the forms and meanings of mandalas have evolved through history and culture, they have long since appeared in a peaceful form and become entirely orthodox symbols of protection. But before that explanation could settle the matter, Master Marpa's accusation toward Yanxi still struck down like relentless thunder and rain. I may read that kind of because your expression in English is different in our Chinese. I mostly read Chinese books. And his anger intensified step by step, raging without pause, like a beast trainer subduing prey. Hi, Swarab, you can subscribe. Have you subscribed to our channel? So the master's anger intensified step by step, raging without pause, like a beast trainer startling prey. He scolded the disciple so fiercely that there was no room whatsoever for resistance. And Yanxi could no longer remain calm. Though he struggled to keep his voice steady, he still maintained patience and attempted to reason with his master based on the facts. Hi, I want to remember your real name. You can change your YouTube account to William if you want me to call you William. Okay, bye. So many friends here, so I just use that YouTube's name. I want to remember the other names, otherwise it's a big mess for me. What do you mean by what do you believe? I believe that changing is the only persistent thing in the world. And I believe that there is no ultimate meaning in life, but we can have build our own meaning of life that is relevantly meaningful to this world, that the spiritual, the great good kindness will last forever in the world. So that's why we are sharing the good literature to the world, that we want to leave this good culture in the world so they can illuminate more people's inner light. Hi, TGR. Hello, welcome. Hey, before you ask this question, I already answered. How's that? So have you listened? Have you heard what I just said? No, ultimately there is no purpose in life, but you can have your own life purpose. Yeah. Don't try to understand this world. Don't try to look for the meaning of life because you're never gonna find the answer. What? Why the other reader can hear me? Then if I repeat again, you won't hear clearly, right? Okay, that's all. That's fine. So this is my live session. today. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe to our channel. Hope to see you tomorrow. Hope to see you tomorrow, and we can talk more about the existential questions about life, about meaning of the life meaning. Yes, about the how the Xuemo's culture can resonate your life. So thank you.